guys, welcome back. First of all, thanks so much for all the likes, all the new subscribers, and especially for the comments asking how do I make the roses, how do I do the lilies. So yeah, this video is going to be pretty much showing you how I do it. And well, this one's going to be the roses, and I'll do another one about the lilies. And yeah, I guess the videos to come, I'll just explain how I make it. So I guess we'll start off with the specific tools that I use for making the roses. I've tried a couple of different pliers, long nose pliers, and different chisels and those kind of things to get certain patterns and curves on the petals and leaves. And yeah, I've got my tried and tested tools now that I use just for making roses and other flowers and sculpture type things. So yeah, I'll take you through what I use. First of all, we've got the Blowtorch, propane torch. I just bought this one at the local hardware store, and yeah, this helps to bend the metal nicely, get it going. You just light it up, set it on fire, easy as that. You want to get that steel nice and red hot, and yeah, it helps with the bending. Secondly, I've got a set of conventional normal pliers. What I've done though is I've ground the tips round, and I've taken out the little teeth on the flat part here, because without that you get quite a bit of you know, little marks and stuff on the rose petals. Secondly, I've got my little long nose pliers. I've done the same with these. I took all the teeth out, I ground them flat, keep all the marks off of the rose petals. These make a really nice radius, and you can make all sorts of bends with these. Quite cool. These are essential. These are what I use for everything. Alright, so next on the list are my grinders. I've got a Bosch Blue. This is the Bosch Professional range. I think it's a 750 or 720 watt baby grinder, and I usually run it with a flap disc just to get everything nice and smooth and get all the rust off, that kind of thing. I have got a cutting disc on here at the moment, just nice to take off those little bits. The other grinder I use is just the normal Bosch with a brush cup or a wire wheel, just to get all the rust off as well. So welding wise, when it comes to joining all the little plates together to make the rose, you can basically use any welding you're comfortable with. I started out making roses with the old stick welder. I had a Thermomax 200 amp stick. I still have it to this day, use it quite a bit. Right now I'm using a trade weld TIG. It's I think it's just a Chinese brand TIG welder that you can get. I'm in the process of actually upgrading. It's a good DC TIG. I've just outgrown it. I'm getting a lot of requests to do aluminium, so I'm in the market for an AC/DC TIG, looking at some options. But yeah, so this TIG, I run a ferric cup, and works like a charm. Fantastic. I'll actually do a review on these ferric cups in some videos to come. But yeah, you can stick weld the roses together, you can TIG weld them together, you can MIG weld them together, you can braze them together, whatever you feel like, whatever you're comfortable with. I just found that TIG works the best for me. So when it comes to the actual petals of the roses, you can get some tin snips and, you know, cut out the petals by hand. That's how I started making the roses. I've recently drawn up little die cut petals for myself on Fusion 360. They look about like that. These work really well. Already cut to size. I've got 3 different sizes. Before we continue, serious question. Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Have you clicked the little icon to get future videos? Do it. Just as a matter of interest, if you guys want to see anything specific, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see certain videos, DIY stuff, let me know. I'll be glad to put some videos together, 100%. So we're basically just preparing the petals here. We're just going to clean them up quickly with the brush cup on the grinder just to get them ready to weld. And yeah, just get them looking good. And basically I stack everything together and I start welding the different pieces together. So I first started from the bigger one, lock it in the vise. And then we go with the last one. Cool, at this part of the process we stop for a coffee break. It's definitely part of the process and very important. Also, I forgot to tell you about two other tools that you're going to have to use. A little smallish kind of hammer, doesn't have to be a round peen hammer like this, any kind of small hammer, and something a little bit heavier. I've got this nice little copper hammer, works like a dream. We're gonna get this going. So basically you begin with just heating up the first petal, just getting it nice and hot. You basically want it to be glowing red. When you get it about this color, you start to bend the first one in, nice and curved, around like that. We'll move on to the next. Squeeze it in. Move on to the next one. Twist in the little wings, push it in, squeeze the base. What I like to do, this is why I rounded off the long nose pliers and why I took off the teeth. So when you bend the pedal over like this, don't leave any marks. Just to give it that realistic look. Then you start on the second ring, get it nice and hot. Just in the middle, push it up like that. And what I like to do, I like to curve them out. It's just a look that I prefer. This is where you use your little hammer a little bit to get everything in there. So what I did, I went clockwise around the first time, now I go anti-clockwise, and it just gets everything nice and intertwined. You can go either way. I actually haven't done it all in one direction, but yeah, it just works for me. And every time just switch direction. Cool thing is that every rose comes out very unique. Like, it's not a copy and paste thing. It's a really cool gift. Like, every customer I've ever had with these has absolutely loved them. So yeah, really cool gift, really unique. And yeah, the lilies too. They're just fantastic. I actually started making these when I was doing my apprenticeship, yeah, just for some pocket money, and yeah, it honed my my welding skills to weld thin steel, helped me become a better metal worker, and yeah, just it's been a cool journey, these roses. You really can't go wrong. Like, there's no wrong way of doing this. It's whatever you feel like doing, right? You know, like if you want the petals to look a certain way, then that's how you want them. You know, this is how I like to do them. I've seen a lot of them on the internet, a lot of them on Pinterest. I don't know, this is how I like to do them, and people like them like this. So. The tools I use are also really optional. Like, I think the only essential stuff you need are these long nose pliers, a blowtorch, and a hammer. I mean, that's pretty essential for the shaping process. Otherwise, I mean, the normal conventional pliers that I use if I see I need to, but it's not an essential. You know, the same with the cleaning it off. If you want to clean the rust off, you can. If you don't, that's also fine. I like to get it cleaned it up, especially with TIG welding. You need to get everything as clean as possible. So yeah. So now we start with the final ring. And these I like to flare out quite a bit and give it quite like a weird texture. Like, I guess that looks pretty cool. And then this one you're gonna go clockwise around. Clockwise from the top. Just gonna get them nice intertwined. The blowtorch is not even an essential thing. Like this steel is thin enough to bend it without a blowtorch. I just like it, makes it really easy. So you know, if you make a couple of these roses, you don't want to really struggle. You want to make it as easy as possible. So I just prefer using the blowtorch. It makes the steel really easy to work with. And yeah, you know, I also use it for changing the color of the steel after the rose is done. Give it that nice blue goldish metal look. There you go, that's basically it. Now we just wait for it to cool down a little bit, and now we'll go on with the polishing. So now basically what we do is we just go over it with a wire wheel, just polish it up and clean it up a little bit, and then we will try blue it with the blowtorch a little. it's nice and cleaned up. So now what we do is we'll take a blowtorch and give it some color. So this is a little bit of a delicate process. You gotta be real quick on some spots. You just gotta watch what the steel does. I don't know if you'll see it that clearly on the camera, but I'll take some pictures afterwards and I'll put them in the video. Just spread the heat evenly, really. Just like that. I don't know if you can see it that clearly in the video, but yeah, as I said, I will take some pictures afterwards and yeah, post them up. Right guys, thanks so much for watching. Here's the one we made now. I'll take some pictures of it and yeah, we'll post them up. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're also on Facebook under Black Pearl Engineering on Facebook. It's a little logo with the skull, same as my little logo on YouTube. We're on Instagram under the Matty BV and under Black Pearl Engineering. I'll try to link everything in the description. And yeah, stay tuned. If there's any other videos you guys want to see, let me know. Comment below. If you guys want to know what tools I use, if you want to do like a tool review video, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Thanks so much.